I'm not going to get to your tweets today because I'm not interested. Because I got something else on my mind I want to address. And it's regarding the President of the United States of America. It's a recent endorsement I received earlier this week.
Donald Trump just endorsed Stephen A. Smith for president. But instead of celebrating, Stephen A. Smith went off. He didn't just reject the endorsement. He exposed everything wrong with politics today: corruption, division, hypocrisy. And what he said might be the realest thing you've heard all year.
And Bill O'Reilly, being his instigating self, brought my name up as a presidential helpful. I did not ask him to do that. I did not want him to do that. And I certainly didn't care to have any kind of endorsements from anybody. But listen to the exchange between the President of the United States and yours truly.
Stephen A. Smith may run for president, as you know. Do you have any advice for Stephen A. If he launches the run?
No, Stephen A. He's a good guy. He's a smart guy. I love watching him. He's got great entertainment skills, which is very important. People watch him. You know, a lot of these Democrats I watch, I say they have no chance. I've been pretty good at picking people and picking candidates, and I will tell you, I'd love to see him run.
All right, there you go.
Oh, God. That is the last. Oh, my Lord. I mean, I can't stop.
So here's what happened. On NewsNation, Chris Cuomo, Bill O'Reilly, and Stephen A. Smith are having a town hall. And out of nowhere, Trump calls in, then drops this bomb. He wants Stephen A. to run for president. Now, love him or hate him, Trump is still the current president. So when he says your name on national TV, it means something.
Or open for a potential run because elected officials and my own pastor said, you don't know what God has planned for you. You don't know what life's going to be like 2 years down the road. At least show respect and courtesy to the people who love and support you in such a venture by saying you'll leave the door open to any possibilities 2 years down the road because you just don't know. And that's why I said I'll leave the door open. But I have never been a politician. I have never been interested in being a politician. No disrespect to any individuals. I just consider the industry that is of politics where folks are professional beggars who perpetually owe favors. And that's not how I roll.
In classic Stephen A. fashion, he didn't hold back. He calls politics a cesspool, says politicians are nothing but professional beggars, selling their souls for donations and favors. He ain't wrong. Look around. How many politicians do you trust today? Exactly.
To listen to what I'm about to say, because I'm very, very serious about this. If there was a position that I clamor for more than anything in the world, it's the position that Joe Rogan was in leading up to the election. Kamala Harris should have gone to visit him.
Stephen A. makes one thing clear. He's not trying to be part of the machine. He's got money. He's got a voice. And most of all, he's got freedom. So why give that up to join the circus? That's when he says something real. I just want to be a voice. Someone the politicians have to come through, like Joe Rogan was.
It is my hope that everybody in Capitol Hill knows that I'm one of the people they have to come through en route to their aspirations for higher office, because I got news for you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay in their ass every chance I get because I'm sick of what they've done to the American people.
This ain't about clout. It's about influence. Stephen A. wants to be the gatekeeper, the voice politicians can't ignore, the person calling out the BS from both sides. Not just left or right. He says he's moderate, a centrist, not afraid to platform liberals and conservatives. And that's rare these days.
One side or the other. If you notice everything that I've been doing, yes, I've had conservatives on, but I've had liberals too. And I'm going to continue to have both on. Why? Because I don't want the fringes on the left with the extreme leftists, the progressives, nor do I want the MAGA right pulling us and tilting us dramatically to one side or another. I'm a moderate. I'm a centrist. Why? What does that mean? Does that mean I'm devoid of principle? No. Does that mean I'm devoid?
He calls out the cancel culture on both sides, where disagreeing makes you the enemy, where conversation dies the moment you don't conform. That's why he says, I don't want the MAGA right, I don't want the radical left either. He wants dialogue, not division, and he's not afraid to say it.
I don't like that. I think it lets politicians off the hook because they get away with not doing their job, which is to go on Capitol Hill and in the face of adversity every single damn day, you got to work across the aisle and within your own party to negotiate, compromise, and get things done on behalf of the American people with the understanding that no one gets everything they want. But we're going to do what's in the best interest of America. That's me. That's all I want. Because I believe it will lead to less division in the streets of America, which will be us being more at peace. Ain't y'all disturbed? And I'm not blaming Obama for this, but I'm using this as an example. We heard how the left talked about Trump leading up to the election. We've seen some of the things that Obama has said about Trump. We've seen some of the things Trump has said about Obama. How is it that they consider somebody's funeral, sit right next to each other, joking around, having a good old time? But we out in the streets ready to butt heads with one another over our differences. But the politicians that highlight and, dare I say, causes some of that division get to get along with one another.
He calls out the cancel culture on both sides, where disagreeing makes you the enemy, where conversation dies the moment you don't conform. That's why he says, I don't want the MAGA right, I don't want the radical left either. He wants dialogue, not division, and he's not afraid to say it. Then he hits us with the coldest truth of all. Why are we fighting in the streets? While they are laughing together at funerals, left, right, red, blue, they divide us to protect them. That's how they keep power, while we're out here losing friends and family over political nonsense. Stephen A. ain't running for president, but he's doing something way more important. He's reminding us what politics should actually be, serving the people, not serving the party, not fundraising, not begging, not lying. He's staying in their ass, like he says. And honestly, we need more of that.